Lord Vraxx.
Honestly, I have nothing funny to say about Vraxx, but he does look like the Alienware, like alien company dude thing guy. But funny story, I actually got that skin free a long time ago from them. Alright, lore time. There's quite a few things I want to talk about Vraxx, because he's kind of like a menace to society like Caspian. Honestly, he's more than Caspian to a menace to society, he's a menace to the world. First things first, Vraxx is cracked at dogfighting, he judges the weak, and he does planetary immolation, which is basically destroying planets. And not only destroying planets, this man destroyed a whole planet just because he didn't like the beach color. Really, like, come on, Vraxx. Alright, before I talk about his stakes, let me talk about his stats first. The stats you should be running with Vraxx is strength stance or defense stance. Dex stance used to be useful back then, but not anymore. Strength if you just need that extra punch, and defense if you need that extra defense because he's pretty low. Vraxx's best sig on blasters is his blaster down sig. It's very fast, low recovery time. Hits, it can be used as an edge guard tool, which is kind of cool. And it's also pretty satisfying to use. Like this poor Mordex. Next I have his Vraxx side sig on blasters, and Vraxx side sig on blasters is nothing too crazy. It has low recovery times, but it doesn't kill you like low HP, or it does have no crazy hitbox, so it's kind of balanced. It matches with his stats a lot, so it's not really a broken sig, nor his insig that I'm about to talk about next. Last but not least, I have Vraxx blaster insig. It covers what blaster can't cover, up and diagonal, which is just really good. Pretty spammy, decent hitbox. It's just a pretty decently good sig. Alright, I think it's time for me to swap over to his lance signatures. And also Vraxx has his own taunt. Vraxx side sig on lance is his best sig on lance. There's no explanation for this one. The hitbox on his sig, it's just, oh my god, the hitbox is just broken. This is the reason why Vraxx was a spammer character back then. Next, I have his down sig on Lance, and this is a reversal sig that used to kill an orange, and I'm gladly BMG nerfed this quite a while back, because this sig used to kill you like Scarlet type health, like 120, 110, and that was just broken, and that was another reason why Vraxx is just most hated in this game. Good old days. Last but not least, I have the Insig, and the Insig is kind of wonky. It has low recovery times, which is kind of interesting, but it doesn't really hit like insane. It just hits like a little poink. And I made this Petra so mad. Insig also reminds me of this very old clip of me trolling the crap out of this Asuri. And which is something crazy about this is actually a 0 death. This is literally a 0 to death. This is dying Dex Vraxx theory back then, where this was like D-Light and Light was true. And like, this is so toxic. Bro, I was low-key kind of toxic back then. He also left the game, which is kind of sad. Alright, now it's time for me to test Vraxx in 2v2s. Since nobody has ever seen Vraxx in their life, if they ever queue against this toxic Vraxx, they usually just DC or leave the game. Take these guys for example. I don't know why they just jumped off, but they saw Vraxx and hey, they went, nope, I'm not fighting this.
Fight back!
I'm joking! Stop!
Honestly guys, Vraxx is actually pretty solid in 2v2s. Like, especially paired with a hard hitter here like Scarlet, he can actually be pretty like decent. Especially with that high dexterity being less punishable with Lance, that's a really good 2v1 weapon. And Blaster just stun up your opponents, it's actually not that bad. That's pretty much all I have to say about Vraxx here in 2v2s, so I guess it's time for me to start the rankings. For 1v1s, I'm gonna give Vraxx about a B. Vraxx M1 is, it's kind of weird, because he has that Lance side sig, and Lance is kind of just something else for ones, in high dexterity with very hard to punish, but he has blasters, which blasters I feel like they're just kind of meh in ones. But in 2v2s, blasters is just way better. So I'm gonna get the rankings for 2v2s, and for 2s, I'm gonna give Vraxx about an A. He's just, in 2v2s, Vraxx is just, he's a little bit more better than ones, because I feel like he can just get away with more stuff in 2v2s. And that is all I have to say about Vraxx. You already know the drill, let me know in the comments who you'd like to see next, and I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.